Party all night is the best, best friend weekend. We can party all night is the best friend weekend. We can party all night. Shout out the whole podcast crew. Everybody already know what it do. When you really gotta kill it, ain't nobody gonna feel it. When you really gotta tell them it's my crew, it's best friend weekend. We can party all night. We got Ross moving, Lowe's, Rumble, Aldo, Nice is the uncle.
I'm sitting back just chilling, and it crossed my mind that 2018 is virtually history. I mean, we got a little smidget left of time, to right your wrongs, make your year right, things of that nature. But the year over. And with that, bruh, that got me to thinking. And that brings me to my next point. With 2018 ending, bruh, some things need to be left in 2018. And it's too much for me to even go into detail with. But the main thing I do want to touch on, if you're a grown-up adult, or even an adolescent, or even a young adult, and you going into 2019 still being scandalous, still gaffling boys, still being fraud, still flogging, come on, man. Cut that out, bruh, and leave that alone in 2018, and start your new 2019 on a good foot, and stop being down bad.
And whoa, welcome to the Best Friend Weekend Podcast. It's your man Aldo Nice.
It's your boy Rod Smooth.
Wow, it's your boy Los, a.k.a. CAP.
I need you to stop flogging.
That's a young boy word, huh?
Side winding.
That man got so much lingo.
He is a captain
so
of
much
the lingo.
Big fan.
I feel like he even take like old school lingo and make it refresh it. Like,
yeah,
I need you to stop being down bad.
Yeah.
That boy sound like Noriega in 94.
I need you to stop selling people wooden nickels. Use the old grandma term, but just kind of hit you with it from the left field. It makes sense.
Big facts.
I guess 2018 cats is just a little too extra for Rumble.
Scamming ain't gonna never stop though. That's never gonna leave. They gonna be scamming forever.
That's part of it. And flossing.
It's never going.
And if you're a young adult or an adolescent or whatever the case may be, he said something, but I mean,
that man holding them adolescents to a high standard, huh?
Them adolescents are supposed to have a place for it. How about old people though? Raj?
Old people need to leave Facebook in 2018, man. That's That's my whole thing.
I feel like that's bull. I feel like old people, especially old people from where we from, should be on more social media. Because if that wasn't the case, Uncle Shine would never be on social media, right?
No. They got special people that need to be on social media, but every old person don't need to be. Matter of fact, Uncle Shine is the exception to the rule. To my rule.
Because he gonna make you cry, baby.
No, because that gap know what time it is. That's why.
You ain't gonna want me to leave your house.
I cook for you, clean you, bathe you.
All y'all beautiful women. You feel me? Just let me eat you one time. And I guarantee you're gonna ask me to stay to your house. You're gonna sleep for 3 days, my baby. Guess what? I can show you what time it is. Sure enough, I tell you, they got a man up above. I can cook for you, clean up your house. You heard me? You see, when you come home, listen, when you come home, baby, you just gotta jump in the tub with all them bubbles. Guess what? I'm with you 100%. Get with that ball. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna make you cry.
How you gonna show us, son?
Ay, ay, ay.
How you gonna show us, son? How you gonna be, son?
I'm gonna make you cry, girl.
What a lighter, boy.
I'm telling you.
Boy,
Listen, I ain't nothing nice. You hear me? I'm federal. Once I touch your booty.
I think old people need to stick to Facebook. I think once you start going to Instagram and Snapchat and moving around like that, I think you out of bounds. Stay on Facebook, bro. You don't got room for you nowhere else.
Well, I mean, I think it's okay to exploit old people. You just got to find the right ones who fund it.
I mean,
but
I'm
you
not
got to write their
exploiting them.
script almost.
Yes, I don't mind exploiting them. Tomorrow, like my mama should not be on Instagram.
No, they shouldn't be running their own accounts.
Yes, no way.
I don't think
Exactly. No, but I don't. Uncle Sean definitely doesn't run his own account.
No.
in the much the same way that the Welvins of the world
Don't.
and the A-Towns of the
Terrio.
world and the Terrios,
Yeah.
whoever else blew to some Instagram fame by
Yeah.
if you don't have the mental capacity to run your own account, you're the perfect type of person who should be on
Damn.
on Instagram.
So
but you
Billy-
should have the right handlers.
Oh, okay. If they had an art meeting for you when you was in elementary school, you special ed, you spec ed, my bad, spec ed.
Raj, I mean, how many people do you know that could be doing the Uncle Shine role?
Oh my God.
I know a bunch.
Right? Like
I
now,
know
all
a
you
bunch.
have to do
They
is
all in New Iberia. They all name Easy. All of them name. They all call them all Easy. If you find a nigga named Easy, he could be Uncle Shine. I do think that Lafayette is built a different type of way. I think that Uncle Shine is the epitome of like a Lafayette dude, a Lafayette Easy, and it is funnier. They funnier in Lafayette. I gotta give them that.
Did you see that little meme that was like it was like a little monkey cutting and the mouth was moving and it was like sound like everybody from Lafayette and it was like, ooh, but we was over there. Then they start shooting, poo. Then we got out of there, my boy. I can't even do it, cutting. I can't even do it. I'm gonna try to find it and splice it in right now just because.
Oh, I saw that boy pull a gun out by the store. That boy started busting. Look, blum, blum, blum. Boy, I shot out quick. Oh.
I saw that.
But yeah, cutting like that's how Lafayette boy.
Hey,
That's
while
how
we
you
talking
say
about
brother-in-law
splicing stuff?
talk. Cool.
That's how I know.
We'll go with that, cutting. That brings me to my next point. Well, shit, man. Look, it's a good a time as any to discuss some things that's burning my Buddha this week. I
What's
mean,
burning your Buddha this week?
let's just go with the first thing, man. Since we're talking about people from around the way, hoteps are burning my Buddha, and I didn't talked about them on the pod before. We didn't have a conversation where I didn't say, look, these hotep individuals kind of make me sick, very much so make me sick. But I recently got into a little bit of internet beef, as you will. I've been telling people that recently I just been having time. Like I don't have time for a lot of things in life. But when I wake up in the morning or like when if I go on Facebook especially.
Yeah.
And I see something stupid, I just been having time.
You having that kind of time. To
What's
play
a
with.
hotep?
Okay, so I think you was on the podcast that one time when I explained what a hotep is. But a hotep is just kind of like a Afrocentric individual who like more than anything, it's like somebody who spew a bunch of like knowledge about, say, brother, see, this is why the black man can never get ahead. Because what y'all do is y'all stay in this type of mind state and y'all think a nigga like Martin Luther King was supposed to save you. Nah, you supposed to be saved by the minister Farrakhan or some shit like
You gotta
that.
stop eating that, putting that cheese in your diet. That cheese and that milk, that's mucus. That's what's causing y'all black people cancer.
And the
See,
white
my
man,
brother.
tell him, Pastor
See,
Lowe.
my brother, the white man always wants you having nachos. Huh? You want a double cheeseburger with extra cheese? It's a cancer conspiracy going on around here.
So shit like that. That's a hotep. I don't know. You ever heard of such individuals, Raj?
Yes.
So that's and I mean, there's an actual textbook definition. I had it queued up in my phone, but I don't know. I guess
The last time we talked about it, you had it.
yeah, I guess I gave the definition. So go back.
I guess you left it in 2018.
Come leave. Like Lo said. I mean, like Rumble said, I gotta leave all of that foolishness in 2018. But okay, so somebody posted a picture and it was like the one dude, that black dude, and I didn't notice this before. He followed Trump around and he'd be in the background and be the same black dude. He got like a little like it's a descript black dude, right? You know how they got nondescript people? Mm-hmm. He's a very descript black dude. He got like a Jerry curl looking thing, like at least some kind of relaxer in his hair. And he'd be in the back of Trump at every little like in state to state.
But he always in the camera shot.
Yeah. And I was like, somebody posted and they was like, Trump then hired him a dude. And I was like, nah, Trump then bought him a nigga. And so that was like the whole and everybody was like LOL and then doing whatever. And boys was just ooh, Al got him.
Boy, my boy.
And then one dude said, ain't no different than a black person supporting the Clintons or Obama.
What?
So I had to reply to old buddy and I was like, look, man, if you can't see the difference between Obama and Trump, then I can't help you, bro. if that's what you on, is that Trump and Obama the same thing because it ain't helping black people. And that's how extreme a Hotep would be.
You went.
I can't help.
I was waiting for you to go extreme.
And he came back and said, the people that believe anything that a president does in the White House will benefit black people are the ones that need help. All parties have the same agenda. People claim to believe in God, but support the same ones that does things that God considers to be an abomination. He beeps saying God in lowercase because he's whack. So how can a country that claims itself to be under God but constantly show otherwise be beneficial to anyone? By giving people the illusion of choice? See, you probably couldn't help me because y'all don't see what a real problem is. How can a person support any leader that considers his or her race to be subhuman? Obama was too busy supporting an abomination to even consider what the Constitution says about him. A law made by the founders for this country, and he has no problem with it. The Clintons making laws that will make it easier to throw away a black person for life, and black people have no problem with it. Vote them in, and Trump is Trump. So what's the difference? And then I replied with a whole podcast. Like, I just said my opening line of a podcast we're going to do one day, and I said, there, broke is directly proportional to woke. And y'all put that somewhere? Because I'm doing a whole podcast on that motherfucker.
I was just about to say that.
Broke
He sit in the house with one couch, no TV.
And woke as he wants.
Eating TV dinners with a table full of little Black Power books.
Look, Raj, it's on the same level as the Tribes, man. That's going to be that much of a powerful podcast because think about it. On one end of the spectrum is the most least woke Uncle Tom ass dude, and I bet he got money because he learned because he know how to just play the game and get along and give up his humanity. And then on the other side is the most woke individual, and he probably broke. So I think those things are. But I called the dude woke, broke, and then I said call him a Hotep, and then I said some other stuff, and then he came back with this long message, and then I had to
go.
I had to stop. I had to stop at that point. I hit up some people that I knew. They was like, they told me who the dude was, and they was like, honestly, dude be dating white women. So I was like,
that's what I was just about to say.
I ain't got nothing to tell.
I was just about to say that he probably got a nice.
You can't be a Hotep and have a white woman.
Yes, you can. Them who have them.
Ain't it? And is that how the
That's how it go.
Oh, and don't be a menace.
Yeah.
My milk of magnesia. Oh. After the devil made you, he broke the mold. Well, maybe you and I could make a little jungle feeding.
That's exactly how it goes.
My milk of magnesia.
That's exactly how it goes.
So I ain't got time for Hotep.
And she got 9 toes.
I just don't have time for people who just so like. We live in a society where they have structure.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just pretend like or say things like, man, look, nobody care about the black man, so I ain't voting for nobody. I mean, that's kind of what Kaepernick was on for a minute too. Yeah. Like, you have to vote for the lesser of the two evils or you're an idiot.
I just don't. I believe that if you're the president of the country, you cannot directly affect black people. I mean, you just can't always be looking out for black folk. It's over the country. You're not the president over niggas. You know what I'm saying? Negro president of the United States. It's not a thing.
Niggas ain't gonna listen though. Anyway,
at all.
Even if there was a nigga president,
not gonna listen to him. They're gonna find some reason to get mad.
Who said you was the nigga president? Yeah. I ain't vote for him.
You cheating on your way? Gonna screenshot text message he done sent to chicks. It's over with for that boy. It would never be successful because they're gonna assassinate him or jump him.
Raj, Hoteps ever came at your neck?
Nah.
Never.
Never for it.
Never.
They probably just talk about you behind your back because I didn't hear some Hoteps talk about you, but but that brings me to my next point.
Fine with me. That's fine with me. I'm of the school of thought that it's probably better to talk about me behind my back because why would you say something like that to my face? Like, for what? I'm going to ignore you.
Well, you don't even know what they would say.
Whatever they would say. I mean, they can say anything they want to say. It's just
they would say
it's very unimportant to me.
I mean, fair enough, but I mean, even a Hotep, and I can hop on the other side of the spectrum to say this, that Hoteps bother me because they be extreme.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Hoteps be having a point, so I'm not gonna bullshit and say like they don't be having. They kind of fall in line with the next thing that burns my boudin, which are people.
Hold on, before you go there.
I'm listening.
Nobody ever came in my neck. Like, I feel like people that come at my neck or like say something about me don't understand me. So it's very unimportant to me. But they had a dude I met yesterday, and he was like, his dude last name, coincidentally enough, his last name was Green. And so I was like, oh shit, that's my last name. And so he was like, that's not, I don't go by that. I go by my Nigerian last name. And I was like, okay. are you from Nigeria? He's like, yeah, my dad's from Nigeria, something, but Green eventually became his last name, but I don't use that because that's a slave last name. And I've had that. I have thought about that before. Like, I'm like, you know what, bro? Like, my last name probably wasn't Green. My mama, my dad, their last name wasn't Green. Somebody gave us that name. Cool, I'm up the same school of stuff, but this dude actually like changed his name to whatever his Nigerian name was. And I was like, bro, you know what's crazy to me though? Like, I wouldn't even know where to start. And he was like, oh, no, you could check out Ancestry.com. And I'm like, nah, I feel like Ancestry.com don't have nothing on that for me. I feel like all of those records are destroyed. That's how I really feel. And so he was like, well, you know what? At this point, find you something that you like find you a culture, like an African culture that you like, and then just roll with that. And I was like, damn, that's some real shit. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So if you ever thought like a Hotep may have came at my neck, that was it.
That's what I was about to say. My nigga, it ain't made a Hotep came at your neck. Nigga, like I asked you the question, you say it never happened, and the nigga came at your neck this week. That is
I wouldn't call that
the
coming at my
definition
neck.
of a Hotep coming at your neck. The nigga basically said, oh, your last name is this? Oh, that's the slave
You a
last
slave,
name,
man.
nigga.
Yeah.
Like that,
Go
that's
find-
what a
go find
Hotep
you something to
does.
make you up a
He
black.
wasn't that crazy though. He wasn't
don't
like
matter
the
if he
brother
crazy.
Farrakhan told me to tell you. Like he wasn't all that. He just was, we were just having a conversation and the nigga had the same last name as me. So I
It
was
don't
like,
matter
well,
if it's crazy. I think it's more of the fact that they buck societal norms like that. Like a nigga will tell you to change your last name because it's the white man who gave you that last name, which is facts.
Yeah.
It's facts, but
Come on, man.
like it's kind of like Tina Turner. She still got Turner as her last name because
That's
she
the
worked for
money.
that.
Yeah.
She earned that last name. You know what I mean?
It's just like a dude who be like, you really don't need no driver's license, huh?
it's probably written
Like
on her
what?
forehead.
Yeah, it's probably something like that. Like, yeah, you need to go off the map. You don't need no driver's license.
You don't need no
Survive
got
this.
no insurance. No car tags. All of that.
That's all a white man.
Nigga,
needs.
I eat oxygen.
The
I'm not eating
them
all that
Indians
white
don't
man
have
food.
it. That type of shit.
He said breathing up all the white man oxygen. No, I mean, it's real. But I mean, like I said, you do actually, you might not talk about Hoteps coming at your neck, but you do actually have time for people online. And I've noticed that a lot recently, Rod. You've been having time for people too.
It's been a lot of Saints Cowboy stuff. I'm over it.
It has been a lot of Saints Cowboy stuff, and it is what it is, man. Like I'm over it in a sense too. I had one more jab today when NFL.com came out with their rankings and still had the Saints as the number one team in the league, and I reposted that, and other people reposted it, and Cowboys fans was under that talking about why y'all mad that y'all got that whipping and blah blah blah. And I was like, I could have swore they posted Saints are number one, and they didn't say anything about the Cowboys. Why did why did the Cowboys feel like they had to hop into that? Like,
why are y'all here?
Like this has nothing to do with you.
Hey,
This
look,
is
that
a
was their Super Bowl,
conversation
man.
amongst the top 3 teams in the league. But anyway, the
How
second
did
thing that burns my
you
Buddha
get here?
is people who forward fake news, man. I
Oh
think
my
there
God.
needs to be a protocol for that. And the first person that I can think of who's guilty of that is CAP, aka
Definitely.
Los.
I don't follow. I think it's funny. When they came out with the what's it called, I'd be like, that's funny. So
I be like,
I know it ain't real. I know that man ain't say
I don't
that.
know if you know that is not
I
real.
know damn well
Ben-
what you
Big
call
Ben?
Ben B ain't say that. Come on, man. I just thought it was funny. Like, what if he did say that? It was funny.
So
I
what
know
is
that
the
man was-
rule
what is that?
before you forward something? I think there should be steps, and I think the first step should always be you gotta Google it.
I knew it was fake. I ain't got to Google that.
But I'm just saying, people forward fake news. People actually post fake news on their pages.
Nah, I don't do that.
Because they don't do the, like, man, that can't be true. I've sent things in text groups where boys like, man, that's not true, huh? Google it.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know. Maybe
I just knew Big Ben ain't said that about Kareem Hunt. I knew that. That was funny though. Well, I'm thinking if he did say that, that's funny.
then they had Kobe say
Yeah.
something too. Yeah, nah, come on, man. The
They
boys
did.
didn't say that.
What's it called? Ray Lewis too.
So I Googled it just to see what it is, but hey, no.
Oh, you knew that. You knew that wasn't real.
Well, the next thing that burned my Buddha is just the post office, man. 2 things. One, the post office decided to be closed today because old white man died, and I mean, I guess that's what happens.
It's the president of the former president of the
Yeah,
United States.
yeah. I mean, I guess
My brother.
that ain't that's your president.
That's your president, my brother.
You know what I mean? What did he do for the black community besides his slave, y'all?
You better kneel for that man. That's what you do. Huh?
That's your master?
Huh? You ain't go to work today. You lost your hours today because of that man. Black man.
You on an hourly employment.
Huh. Lost 6 of them today, didn't you? Part-time worker.
So yeah, but more specifically is, am I the only person on earth who the post office just ain't been delivering my packages, but saying that they delivered, and then it'd be like 4 days later when they actually come? Kind of like they will send updates, like USPS tracking updates, saying anticipate your package by Tuesday, and then it'll say shit like delivered on Wednesday, and I don't get it till Thursday.
Oh.
I don't get what's going on, but I think the post office is just wilding right now.
I know exactly what happened.
Because I wilding them people?
That's exactly what happened. That's it. That boy drive by here with the little GPS and hit deliver and walk back and keep driving and deliver your shit the next day on purpose.
I beat the postman ass.
Hey.
Right outside my house.
Okay.
I wonder if that's like a felony to beat the postman ass.
It probably is. So any federal worker, you can't do that. You can't do that.
Boys don't get like special privileges.
Yes,
Boys
they
ain't
do.
police.
Yes, they do. They get time off if the president die. Then they close schools.
I think that's what we mad about, that nobody else got time off.
But them.
Rod, you got to leave work today because the president was dead?
Nah.
I think HEB was closed for a little bit. Kroger's might have closed for an hour.
Mm-hmm. Kroger's, huh? And then the Texas Rangers, because I think he used to be the president of them or something. Might have
The
been
KKK didn't go to work.
They did not go to work. And the last thing that burned my Boudin this week, and this not even a Boudin burn, it's just an observation. Y'all ever noticed? And this observation wasn't even a me observation. Somebody else said this. This podcast is brought to you by, once again, my kinfolk, Brody and Blake Vital. But I think Brody is the one who came up with this. You ever notice the cats with the most exotic Jordans you ever seen be like homeless people or old like begging people, like old dirty looking people walking down the street? They be having like red and purple Jordan 9s, and you be like, what?
Them gas station daddies.
What? It be the most exotic.
26.94.
I don't even see this. I don't even see them being sold at a gas station
Because they got them all. How often you go?
You know, at one point in time in New Iberia, they had a place that, like a couple of places that opened up, a couple of shoe stores. Amigos was like serving, selling Jordans. And then Harlem World. I don't know if you remember that place.
I do remember
Harlem World had the craziest Jordans. Some of them even look real, but they weren't. Mm-hmm. And I just think that there was, there was this kind of craze that opened up, mid 2000s when fake shoes really hit the market. And I think that's when those homeless people got all that shit. They don't really have that much no more.
I think they're getting them now.
Now, yes, people are throwing them away.
So you saying that they be walking around with fresh purple and red 9s
Oh
on?
yeah. Man, I saw a dude with some all red 9s on today, and I had to look so hard to see if they was real, but he was begging, and I'm like,
ain't no
they
way,
clean looking.
But you know what though? I think what happened when people was buying those shoes and realized they were fake, and then threw them out and put them in the little donation box, and now they distribute them out.
But they've been at this for like 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I know at home we got at the hair store called Dollar Mania. They be selling fake J's.
So you saying you bought some fake J's before?
No, I mean early on, yeah, in college one time.
No, in college. So you gonna lie to these people on there?
Oh yeah, your boy got me.
My boy?
He told me they was real. Though.
I thought that was our friend.
Okay.
Okay, so so tell the truth and shame the devil.
I did. I ain't know though. He told me they was real.
What kind of Jordans they were?
But I said, hey. He said he gets shoes. I was like, oh, for real? Yeah. Like, hey man, I want them grapes. I say they real. He's like, oh yeah, they real.
You open that box, it was them plums,
apples, them apples. Look though, I feel like you a hoe because you was standing right there when I was talking. I was
like, buy him though,
and you ain't say a word to me. You ain't tell me that boy had them fugazes.
That boy sold
that's
me
almost that's like the same thing as reposting fake news,
right? I wanted somebody else. It's like I had my day ruined, so I need your day to be ruined too.
He just sitting there watching me. I'm like, oh yeah.
So I started like the first time with him, and I got like some Prada tennis and some Kobe like Grinches. And the fact that nobody really had them, nobody really was testing me to see if they was real. So I was like, I kind of knew they was fake, but it was a good knockoff. Mm. But then he gave me some pennies, some all black pennies. I hooped in them things one time. Not even hoop. I was just walking around in them.
Sole came
I got home. I took them off. The whole sole was like ended up being green, like lime green.
Damn.
But the shoe was black, all black. Like when I got it, it was all black. But I guess the paint job on the bottom wore off.
Hey, I took them apples to the corner store and just here. First dude, what size you wear here?
He said, "Ooh, I got these grapes." She was like, "You got these shoes."
Hey,
And Raj gonna say, "I never had no fake shoes in my life." That's how you feel?
Yeah, no, I've never had fake shoes.
yeah, I got before.
Well, I mean, your life is just less interesting than ours.
Yeah,
Fuck.
yeah, no fun.
But I can't say the same. I can't say the same anymore.
What you mean?
I bought a pair of fake shoes.
What are we? Raj, we just asked you if you ever had a pair of fake shoes. You said no. Now you like, but yeah, I did.
No, you said, Raj said. So at one point in time, I had never bought a pair of fake shoes.
Okay.
I have since bought a pair of fake shoes.
Fake
Is
shoes
what I'm
and fake
saying.
news. What shoes did you buy that's fake, Raj?
Bought the Zebra Yeezys. So now everybody that listens to the podcast knows that my Zebra Yeezys are fake.
I posted a picture of you with them Zebra Yeezys on the last. I don't know if you ever saw that podcast cover for the one we did last week.
I did. I will tell you though, how I feel now, I do not care. I'm not a shoe fanatic anymore. So like it don't even matter to me if somebody be like, "Oh my God, that's Raj Move. And he's wearing the fake Zebra Yeezys he was talking about on air." Like, and then you know how I would feel? I'd be like, "What's up? How y'all doing?" Now, at this point, if people could recognize me in public with my fake Zebra Yeezys on, they're probably real. So, you know what I'm saying?
I got you. You just said something about the fake Zebra Yeezys, cutting. But I mean, yeah, like nobody's tripping on at our age looking at fake stuff. And the biggest example that I said was when we found that plug on the fake jerseys, dog. Like, who cares if you have a fake football jersey, cutting?
Yeah.
Like,
Bro, if I could find a good ass replica sewn on, can't tell that it's fake jersey, I'm buying them all. I got a homeboy out here that got like some crazy jerseys. Like he got the Grant Hill Duke. He got the Jimmer Fredette BYU. Like he got some crazy shit. And when I saw him, I'm like, damn, this nigga must be just like a jersey fanatic, right? But I found out they was all from Japan or China.
Yeah, tens.
Yeah. 2 for
And I'm like,
$24.99.
Why not?
Take 2 weeks to come in.
Why not be clean? Why not be clean for a bargain and be just
On
as
a
clean as
budget.
the nigga with the real one on?
If we full disclosure, that Camara jersey I got was off of one of them sites. But every time I didn't went out with that thing, he asked Lowe's. He been around me. Where you got that thing from?
nasty,
Boy, where you
boy.
got that thing from?
Mitchell, he be like Mitchell and Ness, you know what I'm saying?
I gave a plug to one.
Dog,
dude.
He's like
They got a
450.
quote. If you want to try to splice this in, you don't have to, but whatever. They got a quote from the movie Dope. And my dog, Cap G, was like, you see, he was making fake bags. He was like, you see, it really don't matter if the bag fake or not.
Oh, yeah.
Because most of my clientele is white bitches.
One of these alligator bags is made here. One is from the store. Which one is which? Right one. Perfect. They both look the same. The reality is, I sell 90% of my stuff to white hoes. Most aren't rich enough to afford retail. The white think that is. I don't know. They know. They know the only difference between these two bags is the person rocking them. So when they rock them, people gonna assume it's real. And the flip of that is, it doesn't matter if you had the receipt from Barney sewn into the bag. People gonna assume it's fake. Only you know the truth.
He was like, so basically, if you see somebody that's not supposed to have that bag with that bag on, then it's fake.
I remember
regardless
that
if it's real or fake. But if you see somebody that's supposed to have that bag on, you know what I'm saying? But it's fake, you'll never know.
Yeah, I mean,
it don't matter because
if you
that's
see me
him
pull
or
up with a Tesla, you probably gonna be like, okay, Al got him a Tesla. But if you see somebody who like, you know, work to Walgreens, pull up in a Tesla, you're gonna be like,
that boy
he renting that Tesla.
He even got the emblems put on.
Yeah, something. Like, no, it makes sense.
That's
like,
just like all these kids with them fake them.
Yeah, that's his old lady
Ferragamo belts.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody paying $300 for no belt. Dog.
But you know, we know the people who we think would.
Yeah.
Like, shout out, this podcast brought to you by P of P and Larry.
Mm-hmm.
P always be posting stuff with like brand new. Like he has, as a matter of fact, this week he had some zebra Yeezys on his thing, and he the type of dude I know who will spend his last on designer. So I don't even question it. Yeah. I'm like, I've seen the dude, I've seen the price tags, I've been with the dude when he went shopping like that. So some people you just walk away.
Looking at some people like, come on, bro. Dog.
What that H stand for, man? Hill figure? That ain't Hermes.
Definitely. HEB?
What that G stand for? GoBots? Garbage? Nigga?
Geronimo?
Jimboree? Is that Jimboree? Is that what you rocking, boy?
Grimaldi's?
Is that Guess?
Got that from a pizza spot.
That's gotta be Guess.
Oh, Gap, huh?
Gap.
Okay.
Oh, okay. You got the Gap there.
That's nice, boy. How much that worth for?
You might have got that thing from GameStop.
Power to the players. Power to the players.
That boy picked the belt up and a game.
Oh no, Raj, you know where he got it from? He had to spend a quarter and use the little hook to get it. He got it at Gaddyland. Gaddyland, Mr. Gaddy's.
It might stand for gas station.
Gas station. Oh, that shit stand for gas station. Gas station daddy. I don't think we could do better than that one. No, what did that G stand for? Everything you just named is better than gas station.
Yeah. That's funny.
But hey, man, look, let's go on that real quick. Y'all guys mentioned it earlier. Let's hop right into that. Kareem Hunt, man. Look, this is a subject that we gotta talk about. And I know we say we push sports down but this one ain't really necessarily a sports story. It's more of a story about how the world looks at the concept of domestic violence these days. So Kareem Hunt, you guys have seen the tape, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So what's the story that y'all heard? Does anybody know a story different than what I heard? Anybody?
They got a couple of different stories out there.
What's something you heard, Raj?
So they got a couple of different accounts. Of course, there's two different accounts from the Kareem Hunt tribe and that girl tribe. So you know, I've heard. Oh, they was all on a party bus, and it was with those girls. This girl, whatever her name is, I forgot her name, but she went to Kent State. Was supposed to be a certain age, ended up being 19. So they found out and kicked her out in the wee hours of the night, and then I also heard that she said that she got kicked out because she didn't want to get down, like she didn't want to put out. Mm-hmm. So that's two different accounts that I heard, and then things got violent after she started spewing out racial slurs, and she hit Kareem Hunt's old lady. And then Kareem Hunt went ham. That's basically the same exact story I heard.
Kind of. I thought you said that told him that Kamara was a better running back than him. And then
they are not in the same tribe, but Kareem Hunt is in the Jamal Charles tribe.
No, she said that. I don't know. I heard somebody said that Kareem Hunt was on her fantasy team and he didn't do well. Something like that. She mentioned.
No, Kareem Hunt. She was playing against Kareem Hunt.
I'm gonna drop your ass. Yeah, that's basically what I heard. He got a new apartment in Cleveland.
Yeah,
and they was having a little party or whatever, and Whoop.
Did you hear the interview of the friend, like the one who talk all proper, his homeboy? We weren't even doing anything.
Yeah.
And here's her phone right here. Like she left her phone. It was funny because how the story was inconsistent with what actually happened. He was like she left her phone in the room, and that dude had just snatched the phone from her. Like, bitch, give me that phone.
And started erasing the. Yeah.
So the thing about it is, in our text groups, a lot of guys automatically went to, and we're gonna talk about this story because I mean this is a man hitting a woman's story, and an NFL player getting his career on hold. We'll talk about if he's gonna play again in a second, but. The first reaction a lot of people said was, where's his fall guys? Mm-hmm. You're supposed to have people around you who don't allow you to get in those type of situations when you the meal ticket.
Yeah.
That's like if I'm hanging with Meek Mill, I got to take that charge.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm hanging
The
with
thing- but hold
Kareem
on.
Hunt, I gotta take that charge.
Well, you can't take.
let
the
me
charge 'cause
let
you're
me
an idiot.
let me interject right here though.
Mm-hmm.
I think that there's certain people that literally I think that there's certain people that have to have a psychological or mental fall guy. But I think in this situation, Kareem Hunt didn't have a physical fall guy. Nobody was holding that man broke tackles to get to them people.
That's exactly what we all said. Ask him what I asked you on Saturday.
Hey, we was talking on Saturday. It's like, okay, you think me and your brother-in-law could hold him? I was like, not by yourself. And then he was like, well, what about all three of us?
Raj, and that's a real question. Could me, you, and Los,
no,
if we were there,
no,
and Kareem Hunt decided to get to that woman,
no,
could we have stopped him?
There's nothing we could do.
No.
I don't think so. All three of us, I don't think we could have stopped him.
You could do.
Like that
No,
boy, he has to
and
run
not
with.
because I
He
think
should
that
have
we
run with
could've-
Tank Williams.
I think that-
son.
Yeah. And
I
even
think
the
that
dude
me
he pushed down
and
wasn't a
me
little
and-
guy. He wasn't a little dude.
Us three could hold Kareem Hunt, but where we gonna take him? Like we can't take Kareem Hunt to the lobby. We can't tackle him and bring him to the lobby. Like we gotta eventually, like hope that man gonna like kind of give up a little bit and like just kind of walk where we want him to walk. But in the, like as soon as we like take our hands off him, he going back and get him. That's what it seemed like.
Well, my whole point is just at the point of impact when he came and he knocked his boy down, and then he went kick her in the butt. Like, if he came with that force, like he came through his boys, we couldn't stop him, homie. Like he run through arm tackles from Ndamukong Suh and Aaron Donald,
And
man.
them boys 390
for a living.
The boy is getting through us off top. So yeah, I guess I get your point about the fall guy. Like maybe they should have went get the tape. Maybe they should have went pay him for the tape.
Yeah.
Whoever was on duty that night, like, look,
Yeah.
let's look at the tape together.
Yeah.
How bad do you think this is? We can
So
talk about
that's
it.
not.
If you
Of
think
course,
it's
that's
that,
not how it works anymore.
If you
This
think
is a
that,
menace to
hold
society.
up. What you mean?
Bro, those tapes. If that's them tapes not on a hard disk. That's cloud. That's cloud tapes.
Okay,
Them
I get what you're
tapes in
saying.
the cloud.
Okay, I get what you're saying. You said, I thought you were saying that nobody would give it to him if the ticket was
No, because apparently whoever was on staff that night didn't want to let old girl call the police.
Yeah, he
and
called
like
her a
I
slut.
kind of believe that.
Yeah. They was like, nah, man, you good. Go home.
Yeah, relax.
You a college student.
You
Them
right
boys
here.
shouldn't have had you over there. They found out you was too young to drink, so they put you out. Nah, really.
You need to go.
Them boys wanted to knock you down, and you didn't want to allow that. But okay, so the thing that's bothering me, not even bothering me, but it's a question for me. And I didn't Google it, Cutting, but maybe I can do a quick Google now.
If I feel like if I'm there, I'm grabbing the girl, getting her away, like walking her somewhere.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
I'm getting her away from that situation. If I see he irate, she screamed out, I'm like, all right, come on, just come with me, come on. I'm about to let the money kick you in your ass.
So the thing about it is, Go ahead.
I think you're about to go somewhere, and I don't know if this is where you're about to go. But what I didn't like about the situation is I didn't like the painting. So the TMZ, who is that's who released this whole story.
Mm-hmm.
The headline was KC Chiefs running back Kareem Hunt brutalizes and kicks a woman.
Okay.
Like, I didn't see anybody get brutalized.
Okay.
Brutalized is different than that to me.
Sometimes I don't even get where TMZ allegiances be. Not even necessarily allegiances, but their purpose be. I mean, I know they did it to make money. Yeah.
Yeah, that's their purpose.
Absolutely. But what I was going with, and it runs along the same lines, is the word domestic violence is also known as domestic abuse or family violence. And it's known as violence or abuse by one person against another in a domestic setting, such as a marriage or cohabitation. Why has the whole week they've been calling this domestic violence? He's not married to that chick.
So it's
He don't
battery.
go with that chick. He don't know. It's just
Simple
assault,
battery. Assault.
right? Ain't it like? But why are they like under the policy of like everything? Everything I've heard about this story is like
because he
he's
was 3 in the
domestically
morning.
violent. Kareem Hunt domestic violence. I don't know why that bothers me, but it does. Because I think that there's different levels. Like, let me put it in this way. Domestic violence is bad, and they brought a light to it with the Ray Rice and everything else. And it made me kind of realize some things about like domestic violence in general. Such as a chick could be with a dude and she don't even have a job because he in that league.
Mm-hmm.
And then that man like beat her and she can't leave him because she ain't got no job, she ain't got no family. She just like, that's her, like, it's a bad situation when you depend on somebody for everything and they beating you, because you can't speak out on your own behalf.
I don't know if it's always there. I think sometimes
It's not always there,
Yeah, okay.
but it can be.
Yeah.
I'm just saying domestic violence got so many layers because it's love involved.
Yeah.
They love each other. It's a bunch
she
of
might
different-
be mentally gone too.
It's a lot of stuff that goes into domestic violence.
All right.
I just think this is assault. And I think you can't look at somebody who be beating their old lady the same as you look at somebody who hit a random woman for touching his old lady.
I mean, it's the same thing.
It's not the same thing.
Absolutely, you should not hit
the
a
same
woman,
thing.
dog.
Well, that's not the point. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying it's not the same thing.
In essence, it is. I just don't love that bitch. I just hit her because she pissed me off and hit my old lady. Listen, if a woman hit my old lady, if I had a woman hit my old lady, I might yoke you up. But my old lady got to handle that.
So you might push it.
And like give my old lady some room.
Ain't that what Kareem Hunt did? He didn't push her?
But he didn't let his old lady come through. He kicked her. I'm not going
ain't that exactly what he did? He pushed her?
I'm moving out the way some old lady can get her.
He pushed her. She punched him in the face. And then he left, and then he ran through everybody and knocked her down.
You can't do that.
Kicked her in the butt.
I'm not doing that.
And he kind of really didn't even knock her down. He knocked that dude down who
knocked her down. She was drunk too, look like.
I don't know, Raj, where you stand on this? Do it sound like is it the same thing?
No, it's okay. So no, it's not the same thing. And I might be in the minority on this, and I've said it. I'll say it again. I don't think that this was that bad. I think that man should definitely be punished because he should know better. But as far as him just being just crucified the way that he's been crucified, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see it that way. One, if Kareem Hunt wanted to hurt that woman with that kick, he would have hurt her. He just kind of nudged her, in my opinion. That's what I saw. I saw him just kind of nudging her, and he probably shouldn't have did it. The person that I saw that had the best thing to say about it was Louis Riddick. And he was like, I'm very disappointed in Kareem Hunt because there's been plenty of examples recently for that man not to react that way in that type of situation. Like, you definitely have a spotlight on you, and you can't do that, and you know what's going to happen to you if you do. So you got to be careful. And there's so many aspects of it. You go back to getting the fall guy and knowing better and domestic and battery and just being in trouble and police, and you don't want to be around none of that stuff. So don't do those things that's going to get you around those things. Like, walk away. That's the best thing to do. But just kind of looking at it unbiased, like not trying to choose a side or not, it didn't look that bad. It was him just being like, hey, whatever you just did, whatever you just said, don't say that to me again.
She probably didn't have any kind of bruises or like marks on her after that.
Well,
he was aggressive, but it, like you said, it had some things. But
he was good until the kick.
I heard Bomani say this, man, the other day. He's basically, everybody says he's good.
If he wouldn't have kicked her,
we said that was the kicker.
That was the kick.
That was the kicker.
Everybody know you can't nudge no little white girl while she praying on her knees like that. You can't.
Well, in certain situations, but the like Bomani said this the other day on his pod, and I thought it was real interesting. He said, "Man, that's the rule."
Mm-hmm.
He was like, and it goes to what you just said and what Louis Riddick was saying. That's the rule.
Mm-hmm.
The rule is, man can't hit no woman.
Point blank.
Like, it don't matter if you agree with it. Like, you could come up with a story that say, look, what if she got a gun and she trying to shoot my old lady? Okay, yeah, possibly in this extreme situation, it's okay to stop her by punching in her jaw.
Yeah.
But 98% of the time,
you in the wrong.
You can't hit a woman. That's the rule. If you don't know the rule, then you're going to lose your job.
Point blank.
And it's really not that hard other than that, though.
And you the money, too? You a millionaire. Well, about to be. He probably got a million.
He probably got a million, though.
He 1,000 now.
They said they had a lot.
He's probably worth $1 million. I bet you he don't have $1 million in the bank. He was a third rounder.
Yeah. Not in the bank.
I mean, but he's potentially worth tens of millions.
He was potentially worth
it's over now. Now he got to go play for the Cowboys.
Well, will he play again?
Jerry Jones is waiting.
I don't know. My answer to that is I don't know.
That man up, dog.
The example they were saying is like if the perfect example of what you should do after a domestic assault case is Ray Rice, because he's been the model citizen since then, and they never gave him a chance again.
No, he was old.
I think
Ray Rice was also 20. Ray Rice was also 29,
and that's the example everybody's saying. Mm-hmm.
I think he needs to get somebody a better PR person. because his little interview was kind of terrible. He didn't say.
They just
all
told
the
him to
right things.
apologize. Just apologize a million times.
No, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think his interview was terrible at all. I think he said and did everything in the interview that he was supposed to do. He didn't let out no extra. Like he didn't have to say anything extra.
He could have been
just was
personable.
like, "Man, I'm
though.
sorry."
He could have cried and shit.
Yeah,
though.
it looked like somebody told him to say.
It
that.
did look fake, but I think he said everything he was
That's what
supposed to
I'm saying.
say.
That's terrible.
Yeah,
It looked fake as fuck.
You gotta do
But
some acting.
people read body language though, right?
Yeah, I looked at him and said, "Oh, the
Yeah, I
person
guess
in
you're
the
right.
background like."
I really can see a situation on the news where somebody would be like, "He didn't even look sincere."
Yeah,
in
exactly.
that.
Yeah,
Like,
he didn't.
So,
He was smiling.
I guess you're right, but I
One of
still
them-
think that he.
Go ahead.
Damn, you know, like I really think that he didn't necessarily like. I don't know. I guess there's a difference, but I don't think that he really like necessarily lied to the Chiefs. I think that he just left that part out, and that's what he said. I think what happened in his interview is exactly what he said happened. He was like, "I just left the part out, the video part. Everything else, I told him." Like he probably was like, "Yeah, we was partying with these chicks. That chick started tripping, so we kicked her out."
Kicked out. I told y'all what I did. I kicked out.
Kicked out. You ain't say you really kicked out. Oh,
That's funny, man.
Thought
It's
y'all
crazy that they still like need videos though. I mean, it's kind of like police shootings. When you shoot somebody, it's bad, but then if there's no video evidence of it, it's like, oh, okay. So he probably did something. Like we talked about that story last week about RJ, the dude in Hoover, Alabama, who got shot at the mall.
Mm-hmm.
The police report came, not police report, but the independent examiner found out he got shot 4 times in the back.
Yeah.
In the back. If they had a video of it though, then we'd be in outrage. Just like videos of anything else, like videos make you outraged.
Ray Rice?
Not even, Ray Rice too. But I'm saying like Greg Hardy got to play afterwards. Reuben Foster, they picked him up on the team. Zeke Elliott, I don't know what he did, but
he did a
he had
bunch
some
of
stuff
shit.
swirling
Yeah.
around. The kicker, Josh Brown, for the whatever. Anytime somebody got a domestic
Or a picture.
violence thing, they'll kick them out.
Yeah.
But they let them back in if they don't have a video.
Your boy Joe Mixon.
Joe Mixon had a video.
Boy Joe Mixon got off.
Joe Mixon is so much worse
Way
than what Kareem Hunt did.
It's so much worse. Yeah, like I feel like, what if that man would have said that in that interview? I mean, y'all tripping on me, but what about Joe Mixon?
Then he would have been a hater.
Yeah.
Then he would have been a hater.
He definitely
would have been a hater.
He couldn't come in the locker room.
Nah,
man.
you can't say that.
That's that Kobe shit.
He could have
Shaq
said.
did it.
Now if he'd have said, what about Big Ben raping them hoes? Ooh, ooh. I would have liked that. Man.
You don't like Big Ben.
I would have liked that energy. I would have liked that energy. Like, so y'all not saying nothing about the rape charges alleged
And
against
Big Ben ain't going nowhere.
Roethlisberger.
What, he missed like a quarter and a half? The first quarter or
I
something?
think he missed like 2 draft picks. They took him 7th instead of 5th. It is what it is, man. Look, so another controversial story, man, that I wanted to spend a second talking about is a school close to home. I don't know if you guys heard about this. The T.M. Landry College Preparatory School. And I think T.M. Landry stands for the Michael Landry College Preparatory School by this dude, Michael Landry. And basically there was a New York Times article that says the T.M. Landry School has garnered national attention for vaulting its underprivileged black students to elite colleges. But the school cut corners and doctored college applications. It's a long story, and it's right in Brobridge, man. Like some headlines from the story that I noticed that I just kind of, I mean, you guys both read the story, right?
Yeah.
Yes. And it stands for Tracy and Mike Landry.
Is that what it stands for?
Him and his wife.
Yeah.
I didn't know what the T stood for. I just thought it was
Yeah, you
the
read it.
Michael Landry. The notorious Michael Landry. So I don't know. What are some things that stood out to y'all about the story? Because I had a bunch of things. Cause you know, one of the teachers, the teacher they was talking about in the story who got like 18 months probation is from the B. He went to senior high.
Really?
Yeah, Kedrick Owens.
Dude, Michael had probation in 2013.
Them boys be beating.
That
kids.
boy had kids kneeling on rice on the concrete, hot pavement out there in the bathroom for 2 hours. Come on, man.
So my first thought about that.
Headlocks.
First thought about that is that he went overboard.
First,
I think that could be a headline about this whole school.
yes, he went
That
too
everything
fucking
he did in everything he did that he's getting in trouble for, he went overboard.
far. He went too far. Dog.
I think he was doing stuff that you could do.
Yeah, he went too
He
far.
just went too far.
You went too far.
No, yeah, and that's exactly how I feel. I feel like my exact when I read that the whole long thing, I read a couple of articles about it and watched a couple of videos about it. I was thinking to myself that this dude, who is a regular guy, to me.
Not even a
bit
teacher.
off more than he could
Not
chew.
even a teacher.
Yeah, no.
He a
He is a
salesman.
certified teacher.
Yeah, he
He's
taught
a
for 2
certified
years
teacher.
though, man. Like it takes a while
To be a teacher,
to run a school.
Dude.
2 years in the
Right,
classroom.
I agree
does
with you, but
go ahead. I'm listening.
I just think he bit off more than he could chew.
Okay.
Like I just think that he had a good idea, and I think it was a good idea. I mean, people start Montessori schools and whatnot, and in that style of school, I'm not gonna say all the time, but people do it. And I think that he had a great idea. Like that's a great idea, but then he got greedy. And it was his downfall.
I mean, I guess the idea of having a school is great, but he only had 100-something K through 12th graders. So, what's that math guy? That's roughly maybe 15-some kids, I think, if that much. So yeah,
It's
okay,
not that much.
whatever it is. So he had,
It's like 8 or 9 students
Yeah,
per grade
that-
level.
so he didn't have a lot of kids per grade level, right? And it all started from him homeschooling his kids, and that shit ain't work.
And that shit ain't working.
Nigga with the jab. So you know what I'm saying?
Yo, wow.
To me,
That's true though. He said it.
He opportunist, man. He saw where he can get some
Exactly.
money and start hustling. He was selling
Exactly.
and getting people on this. Oh, I'm all for the black kids. We need us. We need to do this. He sold himself to get money. He like a pastor to me, like old crooked pastor in my mind, bro.
You know that it had something to do with church. It started with like a church organization.
Yes. So, and he just started finagling people out their money and like, I'm all for, a little help to get black kids that's, on the road to success, try to get in school. I'm all for that. But I can't go back and change your transcripts. And
Wasn't no transcripts though.
No, I'm saying,
they wasn't even really giving them no grades on nothing.
I know that, but I'm saying when you send stuff to the school, the colleges, you gotta, so you we're making up
transcripts.
full transcript, dog.
I mean, that's the Southern University way. The Southern A&M University.
the Southern Starter Kit.
Buy them grades.
Yeah, but and then Mr. Propane just
Okay, so let me stop you there. Once again, too far.
way too far.
I think that he was trying to put black kids on equal footing by getting them into these institutions.
Which is fine.
But he planned the game wrong,
Yes.
dog. Like you can't. He went too far. This is what he was quoted as saying. He was like, "Write whatever you want about me." But at the end of the day, we got kids going to Harvard. I'm about to fight for my kids going to Harvard.
Yeah.
Why is it okay for Asians to go to Harvard? Why is it okay for white people to get to Harvard? You know what I'm saying? And then he said, "My name is Michael Landry. I'm a reformer. They killed Jesus Christ because he could save the world." I say to myself, who are you compared to Jesus? Nothing. So I stick my arms out and I say, nail him to the cross if you want me like that.
Yeah.
Like, he's doing too much.
Way too much. My thing was, like, after everything came out, he had already been in trouble a couple times. He was on probation. He ended up, Broke Bitch Police ended up taking him to jail. Well, not taking him to jail, but they had a case against him. They ended up dropping him because they weren't in their jurisdiction. Like, bro, and that was 2013. You got to see where this is going, dog. You got to relax. You cannot keep putting kids in the headlock for discipline to have kids kneeling on rice, bro. You can't.
But there is a place for discipline. I
Yes.
can see you on it. Like, there is a place for beating kids in school.
You know I'm all about that to a certain degree.
He said that the parents said it was okay, and if the parents say it's okay to beat my child, there is a place for that.
Yes, but you went too far because it
You
won't
went
be the
too
case. You went too far. She probably meant just check him real hard. You can't actually beat him though.
I think the reason.
Hey,
go ahead.
I think they painted some of those pictures of those they painted some of those pictures of those people, and one picture that I saw, they kept talking about Mr. Sasso.
Mr. Sasso.
Yeah. Mr. Sasso. That's all they was talking about. The dude, Mr. Sasso. And then Tyrone was his brother or somebody. Tyler or somebody was his brother. And then they showed, they was at their house for Thanksgiving.
And he was pulling that turkey out the oven.
And then that's all they had was turkey and bread. But if you look in the and it's cool. Like that's just as bad as what they were saying. They should have wrote that in the Harvard. Like, hey, look, we have Thanksgiving. All we eat is turkey and bread.
The fees.
We don't have no
tuition
sides.
was $600 a month.
Look, they had a bunch of. I'm looking at the picture right now. He had some bottled waters on the thing, but he had a big Magnolite pot.
Yeah.
But
That big Magnolite pot.
Oh, solo.
And then they got 800 bottles of Ciroc.
Ciroc! Look at all them bottles of Ciroc.
They're doing good over there.
Oh, he got one bottle of Svedka. He got one bottle of Svedka in the game of Monopoly. Oh my God, that's hilarious, right?
But his mama was on that Ciroc hard. Like, I'm just saying, like, you probably, like, maybe that man went to the house and was like, yeah, like, something's going on here. Like, your mama alcoholic, we gonna put that in the thing. You know, y'all eating turkey and bread for Thanksgiving. Like, that's not, like, yeah,
But
that's
y'all
something I'm
got
telling
Jordans on the
Harvard.
table, but no pens and pencils. And
Exactly.
they got some Team Jordans.
And that man got a pair of Beats.
Oh,
He
just
got, like,
bread.
the house look,
Just
like,
bread and
they got,
turkey. Wow, y'all wildin'. And they ain't
they
even
got blankets on the windows.
You know what else they ain't
Like-
got no cover on the outlet on the wall.
What you mean?
Look on the outlet. Look at that outlet on the wall behind his mama.
Nothing.
And they ain't got no cover over the outlet.
They just painted today.
They can electrocute themselves in there.
So that's, to me, some of the
Sasso.
times, maybe the parents. Maybe the parents was in denial about their situation. Like, that's what I was like. Well, maybe all of that shit really did happen. And I was thinking to myself, if one of my teachers could have got me to Harvard on some bullshit, then maybe I'll shut up. You know?
See,
Yeah, maybe I had a lot of that thought going on there. Maybe them kids do need to shut up and go try to get that education.
but
If his goal was, let me get you to Harvard and then you go and do your thing. Now all of them was like, well, I got to college and I couldn't realize why I was dumber than the other
yeah,
kids.
exactly. If you didn't teach me that in high school and you made up all my stuff, how am I go to Harvard and succeed? The only people who went and succeeded were
Well, they said the people who went to Harvard and stuff were okay. They said they was only out of school for a couple months.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, but you see, they have that collaborative model where you learn at your own pace and the kids just kind of walking around and learning and doing what they want and the teacher's not really helping them. Once again, that can be a good model of a school if you do it the correct
right way,
way.
yes.
I feel like, once again, he went too far.
Yeah.
He just had them little niggas in there playing Madden
And wilding.
and watching YouTube videos and snapping.
And so that's why I think he bit off more than he could chew.
Okay.
Because I think he spent the time that he could spend with certain students, but then they had the other little, the little 6-year-old or whoever it was that had been there for a while and
got
couldn't
dumb,
really
got
read
progressively
that well.
dumber.
Yeah.
Because they didn't pay no attention to him.
Well, if I can say this, and this is really what I want to say about this. This is honestly how I feel. That he's a salesman.
Mm-hmm.
He's selling people a dream.
Yep.
He was only a teacher for 2-3 years. Mm-hmm. So my thing is, the school's unaccredited.
Mm-hmm.
Parents should not send their kids to unaccredited schools. Like when Morris Brown lost his accreditation, everybody left that school because your degree or diploma won't be worth the paper it's written on. My thing is, you can't teach students and run a school if you're not an education person. Yes. It takes longer than 3 years to understand how to run a school. You're like you said, it's a hustle going on here.
It's so many intricate things.
They opening up a new school. You know that in Opelousas.
Oh yeah.
They still hustling.
Yes. It's gonna work.
And people gonna go to that school.
He's a seller. He's a salesman. He's a hustler.
If y'all want to hate, y'all can hate.
That's like going to Kentucky. Like, you go to Kentucky to play basketball, and it's like, because I'm gonna get you to the league.
I'm gonna get you to Harvard.
I guess the same. I'm gonna get you to Harvard. Like, for sure, you're gonna go to Harvard and Brown and Yale and MIT.
You're not going no more.
Not no more. It's over with.
Ain't nobody accepted that school no more. He better rename that school to MT Landry.
And take your name off that thing. Boy,
the TM Landry, man. They better call it the TM Sasso.
Sasso. Preparatory.
Mr. Sasso.
M.R.
Sasso.
Sasso Ciroc University. That don't even
bed sheet over the window.
I mean, the publicity aspect of it,
Uncovered Outlets University.
I'm not overly upset that about the publicity thing either, because that's the wave of 2018. Yeah. You gotta set it. You gotta have the publicity going.
But I guess the way my anxiety work out, I'd have been like, oh hell no, because I know I'm fucked up. If I'm 2000, I'm on probation.
No,
I've been
if you
beating
him,
kids. I'm doing all that. If I'm him, I'm like, oh no.
But they say he wasn't even getting a bag. They said he had 86 wrecks.
For him, what he was.
And he filed for bankruptcy 4 times.
Yeah, that's to keep his money. He probably was living way beyond his means.
Probably so. You see the picture of him and his wife. They look like some little scammers.
Scam man.
Look at him. Look at his little.
I think that man nice. That man took in this year $250,000 in donations from just like private donations.
His wife fine.
I think he probably he got money. He got money under the table. Mm-hmm. That's one thing I think, and I also think that this is a prime example of grown man strength, because he looked like he's very skinny.
But he'll put them hands on.
Some of them children, but he'll put them hands on. He choke slamming you because he 49 years old.
That little boy say he had him in the bathroom kneeling for 2 hours.
Man, that ain't nothing but some ultra perm. That ain't nothing but pledging right there, boy. Boy, you better get over that, man.
Ain't no way.
It is, man. You say it ain't no way, but it definitely is a way.
What?
Now cue that music up for nothing nice to say.
You know they say if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all.
If you can't say something nice, don't say nothing at all.
Nothing nice to say, but Al don't nice.
Say, bruh, I want to start this out by saying this podcast is brought to you by the homie Jabu. Jal! Sometimes people can surprise you by what they be on. We were sitting up talking about movies to check out and shows we was watching. And of course, we all threw out Ozarks on Netflix because that thing a fool. Matter of fact, I got to find some time to finish season 2 because I can't call my, all my time, my free time goes to editing podcasts and coming up with stuff to make y'all laugh. But I digress. When we was giving our obligatory nigga commentaries about Ozarks, shit like them cartel motherfuckers was wild, or how you stay with a chick after she be cheating on you, or if I was that nigga, I'd be laundering money through a barbershop and whatnot, Anyway, Javu broke up the conversation and was like, I got a show for y'all boys to check out. It's called Atypical, and it's on Netflix. So you know me, I say, what that thing by? And this nigga just told me to watch it. He say it's wild, but I don't want to spoil nothing. So now I'm intrigued. I'm about to watch this mix between Luke Cage, Narcos, Game of Thrones, The Wire. I'm thinking this shit finna be lit. So right when I get home, I crank up the first episode and Michael Rappaport is the dad and it's some kind of suburban drama about white people. I'm like puzzled, but I give it a chance. This shit gets wild and funny quick. Not like overtly funny and not like crazy wild, but just the right amount of interesting and comical to keep me watching every episode. Elevator pitch real quick. It's about a high school boy on the autism spectrum and how that affects his family and people around him. The best part of the show is how the writers and directors make you really feel what it's like to be autistic with the camera angles, sounds, and analogies. You feel sorry for the main character, Sam. But you also realize that he's pretty normal other than he does some weird shit that you would consider wild because he's autistic. Flash forward to this morning. I read this article about Kalen Bennett from Little Rock, Arkansas. Now, before you say it, he's not banging in Little Rock. Dude is a 6'10", 300-pound 18-year-old who just signed with Kent State's basketball team. What makes him special is that he's neurodiverse. That's what us educated people say instead of special ed these days. But more specifically, he's believed to be the first player with autism to sign a Division I sports team. Think about this. Kalen didn't walk until he was 4 years old or talk until he was 7. But now he's a fluent speaker, sociable, and I hear he's super dope at math. Kalen was recently quoted as saying, I want to make an impact, not just on the court, but with kids that are struggling with the same things I am. I want to use this platform to inspire other kids with autism and non-autism. I want to let them know, hey, if I can do this, you can do it too. A lot of times they feel alone and by themselves. And I felt the same way growing up. Bruh, dude is an inspiration. And I will absolutely be pulling for him to be a beast in college hoops. But as with most things, this got me to thinking. What's going to be the punishment if he go in the crowd Ron Artest style because they're booing him, chanting dumb shit from the stands or throwing stuff at him? What if he Latrell Sprewell's coach for talking to him crazy in practice? I'm just saying. After watching Atypical and reading up on autism, I think he should get less of a punishment if he happens to kick one of them white hoes.
Oh, wow.
He's special. So I want y'all to decide right now if he could be autistic first before y'all punish him like any old regular nigga if something go wrong. Because it should go without saying that I got nothing nice to say about him being autistic when it's good for a story, but not giving him the benefit of the doubt throughout his whole experience. So I won't say nothing at all. Just keep that same image.
Hey, they gonna put that boy on a 504 plan. They got them R&B behind it.
Hey, I want to say my first time ever hearing about dude. Dude, nice. Like he not just like I thought he was, corner 3-point specialist like the other dude.
The other autistic.
But like he really be like yamming on niggas and shit.
Hey,
like,
think about
nice.
those.
So when he kick away, what we gonna do? What we gonna do?
Nah, he got special provision. You can't suspend him. They gonna have an R&B behind this boy. You can't suspend him. It's gonna be all his behavior playing.
I'm saying, what if he go to that league?
Yes.
And he get like a go in the stands for it.
That boy can't. Yeah, he get maybe a game.
Well, they gonna suspend him for like a long time? Or will we
autism.
understand? He got autism.
They got to understand.
Like, isn't this what we talk about as teachers? Oh man, these kids is bad in school, but you got to teach them how to live in the real life. If they go to McDonald's, they can't just be doing whatever, blah blah blah. They can't be working.
Well, you know what? If you do have autism, you do go to jail. Wait, they don't. They send you to the house. If you got autism, once they find out, if you got paperwork and been diagnosed, you go to the crazy house, the halfway house.
ESPN has this new video of Kalen Bennett kicking his wife, elbowing his wife
in the middle of the game.
Somebody said something, leave me alone.
He said she was chewing up popcorn too loud.
And he couldn't concentrate at the free throw line, man. Roger, I know you don't want to be involved with this.
That shit is funny.
Nah, the views. I'm the only person on that.
When I wrote it, I started. When I wrote it, I started like laughing out loud at work, and everybody's like, "Why are you laughing?" I was just like, "Cause I just wrote something really stupid on the video." Real quick, man, before we get out of here, Meek Mill album, man. What's y'all thoughts, man?
I like Meek Mill album.
Number one, and like to me, that's really it. Maybe the one with Future, and that's really like it.
So you only like one song, you said?
I like two. I like number one, and I like the one with Future.
When the one with Drake come on, I get hyped.
You don't like?
Well, maybe I haven't got there yet, but I will say a lot of the albums sound like it could have been on any other Meek Mill album.
Okay. I'm a big fan of Oodles and Noodles and Championships. That's my type of songs. Yeah. I like songs with that melody feel, that Rick Ross type of beat. Yeah. Like I think Meek eat that kind of stuff. I'm not as big of a fan of like how everybody's like, oh, like you know when the Wayne album came out and it was like Mona Lisa, oh that was killing it. When this one came out, first thing they was like Hove, Hove is the best ever. And
I just thought it was funny that
it was a decent verse.
I just thought that that boy actually called them people fags on Rick Ross.
And there's some controversy about it.
H them letters, AP, MT, whatever them people call. LB, whatever it's called.
LBGT, LBQT, LQGT,
LBC.
LBC?
LBC community.
It's
long black.
LGBTQ.
Yeah.
That's it.
Dang, they gotta show that up.
GAY. And we good.
I can remember that all day.
and we straight. But no, we not. But we straight. Okay, but no offense, man. That was jokes. That was jokes. We cool.
Well, we kind of see
we cool with the joke. We cool with the LG, the B, the Q, the T.
All that, the bunch of letter. But yeah, he can't say that. I wonder how many times they listen.
I mean, but Rick Ross, they get in trouble for saying something. Didn't he get in trouble for put Molly all in the champagne? Shame no.
Rick Ross got to the point where
he lost his Reebok deal over that.
Yeah, but he got to the point where he don't give a fuck anymore. Because you can't. How would you say fag? You can't say fag.
Does Birdman still have a deal with Lugz?
Is Lugz still selling shit?
I don't know.
Probably in New York.
I know Rennie and Lance Stevenson got a deal with Champion and Timberland. I don't know if y'all been seeing them things. Champion has a deal with Timberland.
J.R. Smith got a deal with Supreme.
Timberland?
Yeah, like Timberland shoes. I mean, Timberland shoes and Champion apparel. They have like some Champion Timberlands. And Lance Stevenson is all on New York's Times Square wearing them things. And Rennie, the little dude who used to have them videos on whatever.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
You looking at him?
No, I was saying the Rennie thing.
Oh,
call him Rennie?
Oh yeah, that dude. Oh no, oh man, oh yeah, that dude. What y'all think about this angle? And I mean, this is the one angle that I saw a lot of people saying too. When Drake hated him, y'all all hated him. Not Drake cool with him. Now we all embracing him. What y'all think about that?
I don't think that was it. I think when he got out of jail, he turned to Martin Luther King.
He looked like Martin Luther King.
He might be one of his sons. The way
he looks like a very stand up guy. Like whenever I see him, he looks very stand up. You know, he's tall. But I think Drake. He looks stand up. I think Drake. Drake. That's our guy, bro. That's our generational Michael Jackson. That's mine at least.
Dang.
Like so, when that man. I don't do everything that man say to do, but if that man don't like Meek Mill, like
I'm sorry,
I don't like Meek Mill.
Collateral damage,
You know?
right? Collateral damage.
I think when he overcame everything,
That's
got
my
the chance
dude.
where
It's
everybody
like
start back liking him.
it's like 2-3 people that are like maybe a handful of people that if Drake would go at, I'd go against Drake. Like honestly, Lil Wayne, because of the fact that we from Louisiana
that's
and we
Lil
love
Wayne.
the home team. So I think that all of us would be like, I'm gonna rock with Wayne in this because that's like I wouldn't want Drake going
Bro, I will
at
tell
Kevin
you-
Gates, cause I wouldn't want that.
Nah, I feel like he'll come Kevin Gates.
No. Kevin Gates is different to me, but I will say that after watching that Lil Wayne shit, where
I know
he
what
was
you're
like,
talking
"Yeah, I got his cup from the Super Bowl
Yeah,
parade,"
yeah.
like, and then after having to deal with all them Cowboys dudes, like, I'm kind of off Lil Wayne. Like, he made like
I get where you're coming from. I get where you're coming from. But if
So,
like
no,
Drake
I'm-
came out with
I'm
a diss
still- I'm
song
with Drake.
for Lil Boosie, couldn't we? Wouldn't like that, couldn't we? Wouldn't like it. We'd be like,
No, I wouldn't like it.
Why
You're
would
right.
you do that?
Somebody that's like super Louisiana,
Yeah.
I wouldn't like it.
I wouldn't like it at all. Cause, so I mean, yeah, I get your point about that whole angle. What's funny is I'm thinking about it on Oodles and Noodles. He say something like, "Some of my friends billionaires." I was talking to my homie, he a billionaire, and I asked him, "If your mom got to work and your dad in prison, who gonna babysit?"
Mom worked 2-3 jobs.
It reminded me of what you just said, Raj, that this album still sounds like any old Meek mixtape or whatever. But that's the best version of Meek Mill. Like my favorite Meek Mill is when he like over there, Judge talking about he been talking about that fucking Judge for fucking 10 years. I just want y'all to know that. If you listen to anything Meek Mill that dropped in the last 10 years, he's talking about that same fucking black judge. Like he's talking about that woman like dirt.
Yeah.
But he was like, Judge, Judge did something, or the DA wanted me to do something.
Make him get millions.
And I'm just out here with me and Lou Will giving gifts to the kids and giving out turkeys for Christmas.
Yeah, talk about that.
You know what I mean? But that's my favorite version of Meek Mill when he just talking crazy shit, woofing a bunch of shit and then rapping. Like songs with no hooks that he just rap and then he just starts saying crazy shit. I like that. I like that Meek Mill. It's my favorite Meek Mill. And anything that's an intro. So his album needs to be an intro and then him talking a bunch.
Like he really could be 5 songs.
Really
I
does.
like this project though. It's a good project. I'm not mad about it.
You know what I just found out that makes me that like I'm like, okay, that's why Meek Mill is so stand-up looking. I never knew this. This is new to me. That man's name is Robert Williams.
Oh, yeah,
I didn't
regular-
expect that
regular
man's name to be Robert Williams.
You thought it was gonna be Tayshawn.
Right. Like I'm looking at the album and Future's name is Nevadius Wilburn.
Yeah,
like that's
yeah. And like
So
I was just
that's
saying,
the
what's his name?
shits.
2 Chainz is like Taquavius, some other stuff. Yeah, everybody's name. Torrance Hatch is Lil Boosie.
Sound like a nigga with a bunch of kids.
right.
Well, Dwayne Carter is a very stand-up regular name too.
Dwayne is enough for me.
Dwayne's too much on the spectrum.
I like Dwayne. I could do Dwayne.
Sean Carter.
That's good.
Sean Carter was born on. Yeah, I guess there is something to have a regular name, but
He's the only my child didn't give me pain.
But you know what's crazy? You know what's Rick Ross' real
Carter.
name?
You go from
was
that.
born.
Dwayne, I love you, cause me and Mashad didn't have nothing. You
Boy,
make sure
stop.
we have. If you didn't have nothing,
Stop, man! Don't come at my sister. Stop.
Hey, you know what's Rick Ross' name, which is kind of ironic. His name is William Roberts.
yeah.
William Roberts.
So Meek Mill's name is Robert Williams, but Rick
Really?
Ross' name is William Roberts.
Stop it.
That's crazy.
They know Rick Ross 55.
It's the truth.
And Billy D. Williams' name is really William D. Williams. So there's that. so that's that.
Man, let's go.
I didn't
man.
name my
Fuck.
child Antoine.
Hey, I will tell you this. I got one thing to say about that album. That I forgot about that I'm looking right now is that on that song that Fabulous is on, he like straight killed it.
I
I didn't
that
know
song.
Fabulous.
And
You didn't like it?
Oh, I like that little song. That song I had heard that song before. It was like one of the 2 singles they
Yeah,
had
I
dropped.
like that song.
But I really like that they dropped that song with what's his name, the singer dude, Jeremiah at the end. I like when people got a hit in these streets and just throw it on the end of their album.
Like, I don't give a fuck.
I think they got a reason for that. I think it gets more spins in the global. I think they got a reason for that.
They get more what they call it? Streams, I guess.
Yeah, I
to-
think
to
it
the
is
album.
something like that. I think they said Drake is like the king of that. Like dropping a bunch of singles, making them real hot, and then just throwing them on the album so the album can certify it to whatever it is. But hey, it is what it is, man. Hey, go buy your Best Friend Weekend merch.
Yeah.
Hope you like the midweek drop that we did this week. We're gonna give you some more of them. We got a new Black Busted video that I'm just sitting on. I just ain't had time to edit it up.
Yeah.
We got another one in the works.
This shit gonna be fun.
Rod's working on some stuff in the barbershop. You know what I mean? Barbershop quartet.
Chopping heads.
Chopping heads with Rod Smooth.
Pause them up.
Chopping heads.
Pause them up.
Chopping heads.
All right, man. Look, we'll check y'all next week, man.
All right, shout out T.M. Landry, man.